Let's get this thing going. Everybody, please give it up for Michael McNevin.
Thank you. Be back here. Thank you so much. I live across the bay in Niles Canyon. It's a little train town, about 20 minutes from here. Nobody knows where it is. 5-block downtown. Charlie Chap made movies there, Charlie Chaplin. And I grew up there. So I grew up on Washburn Drive, if you want to know exactly where I grew up. My name's in the sidewalk when they replaced the sidewalk when I was a kid. And it butts up against D Street. It's a song about a friend of mine that I grew up with. Young Santos started smoking at the tender age of 12. Menthols on the swing set, 3 o'clock to the dinner bell. Latchkey brothers ran the roost, raid the fridge and raise some hell. The D Street house was open season when Daddy drove the Peterbilt. Leroy took the long hauls, a week or two he got good pay. Kept the kids in bikes and shoes, they missed him when he drove away. Judy picked her battles, she lost them all the same. The boys are more like Leroy, getting bigger every day. She called Leroy on the CB, come back Leroy, are you there? We sure miss you, sweetie, kids say hi. Kids say hi. The oldest had a dime bag trade and $1 million smile. The middle one had a temper fit for any middle child. They both tenderized young Santos in the hallway to see if he would cry. Eventually he didn't, so eventually they didn't try. Mornings on the kitchen phone, her best friend made her laugh. Lost her in the canyon, she never quite got over that. She called Leroy on the CB, come back Leroy, are you there? We sure miss you, sweetie, kids say hi. Kids say hi. Kids say hi. Divorces were a fad that year. All the parents got one. Motors, weights, and vinyl, distractions for the Santos sons. She kept to the bedroom with her Boone's Farm soaps and sweaters. Judy's job got easy when she gave up altogether. It all went by the wayside, Friday nights and double dates. Leroy kept her guessing somewhere on the interstate. She called Leroy on the CB, come back Leroy, are you there? We sure miss you, sweetie, kids say hi. Kids say hi. Kids say hi. Young Santos started smoking at the tender age of 12. He's the one behind the barbecue, living up in Reno now. Leroy landed in Manteca, he's got an acre for his truck. I hear Judy's working down at Casper's, I hear she changed her luck. she changed her luck. I hear she changed her luck. Thank you.
Michael McNevin, everybody. That was terrific. Yeah, come on around. That was such a beautiful song. Your guitar playing was amazing. Your vocals were dead on tonight. It's so nice seeing you.
Thank you. Good to see you too.
Tell me all about it.
Well, it's a kid I knew. I mean, I had to figure out how to tell his story. It took a few months to distill the whole family dynamic that they had going on in there. 3 boys. I have 3 older brothers. We're all about a year apart, and the Santos sons were all together. We were a knot of kids in that neighborhood, and we had good times. It's maybe more depressing in that slice of time that I wrote about, but everybody landed on their feet, including Judy. So I just wanted to sort of honor that teenage section of time that we all experienced together as kids.
Well, it's really great to be vulnerable in our songwriting, but I just want to comment on your instrument here and your amplifier over there. I hear that it was a 19-pound amplifier.
Yeah, it's a new amp. I can't drag the tube amps around anymore. They hurt my shoulder. I got a bad shoulder, and that thing weighs 19 pounds. It's got XLR. I can play a cafe, or I can power a PA speaker with it and run a mic into it. But as a guitar amp, it can keep up with the drummer. That little 8-inch speaker's got 100 watts behind it, and I can turn it up and get loud if I need to. I don't play a lot of rock and roll, but if I'm backing somebody up on a drummer as a side guy, or if I'm just with a band myself, then I can rely on that amp. I've only owned it for a month or 2, so I'm getting to know it.
It sounded really great tonight. So where can people follow you?
MichaelMcNevin.com is a good start, and Facebook.com/mudpuddlemusic. That I'm more active almost on Facebook than my website these days.
Good. Well, everybody, one more time, please give it up for Michael McNevin. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah.
What about you and me together? What do you say? I'll be a lover every day. Will you be my girl? What about you and me together? What do you say? I'll be a lover every day. Will you be my girl? Don't know right from wrong, spending all my time on the other side of town. I don't know which is bothering the most. Well, I love you. Give me a little ounce of truth that I know will take me all the way to the moon. What about you and me together? What do you say? I'll be a lover every day. Will you be my girl?